Public School. I am your science teacher. We are learning chapter 13, magnetic effect of electric current. Now yesterday I have given you an introduction regarding magnet and the magnetic field and magnetic field lines. Let us reframe a little quickly. So we have learned four things in a magnetic field lines. As what we learn is a bar magnet, right? A bar magnet, and there will be a horseshoe magnet, right? A bar magnet and a horseshoe magnet. So these are two types of magnet we saw. Now if we talk about a bar magnet, the area around in which the magnetic field is experienced is called magnetic. The area around a magnet where we can experience the magnetic effect is called magnetic field. Now if we talk about magnetic field lines, the first thing as what I showed is that it emerge out of north pole and merge into south pole outside the magnet. Okay, it emerge out of and merge into south pole outside the magnet. And inside it is from south to north. Inside it is from south to north, and they are they are parallel to each other. So the direction of magnetic field outside the magnet is from north to south, and the inside is from south to north, and they are parallel. Second thing, it is a vector quantity, means it has both magnitude as well as direction. Third thing, two magnetic field lines never cross each other or intersect each other. And the last thing, when the magnetic fields are close to each other, it has a strong magnetic field, or crowded you can say. When the magnetic fields are like this, close to each other or crowded, it has a stronger magnetic field, and when the magnetic fields are far from each other, magnetic field lines are far from each other, it has a weak magnetic field. So this is what we learn about. This is what we learn about magnetic field and magnetic field lines. Now we are going to talk about is how does a magnetic field has relation with an electric current. Suppose you have a wire, right, and in which the current is passing through it. Do you think does it produce magnetic field? Listen to the question what I am asking you. There is a wire which has a current flowing through it. Does it produce magnetic field around it? Okay, so that is a question. Think a little on it. Okay, again I ask, there is a wire which has a current passing through it. Does it produce a magnetic field? So this question doesn't arise to many, but actually what happened is H.C. Oersted, this is a person, Hans Christian Oersted, he accidentally find out. Now why I am using this word accidentally find out? Actually he is doing some research or experiment, right? He was a teacher and he was doing some research or experiment in his lab, and there is a magnetic compass near to the experiment. So see, can you see the figure 13.1? there is a resistance, ammeter, battery, right, and there is a loop and the wire is passing, and there is a compass near it. Let me show you that thing. So this is the procedure he did. See, he put a compass near it and he passed a current through it. So when he pass a current, what happen is, let's say we put a compass near here, right? We put a compass near here. We put a compass near here. Ideally, it shows north south, right? Like this. It shows north south. But when current passes through this wire, what happen is, when current passes through this wire, what happen is this needle started getting deflected. this needle started getting deflected like this. So this infers that a current carrying wire produces magnetic field. See how this thing come into existence, but the question is, he observed those things. Many must have, it might have done to many scientists, but nobody have observed. But H.C. Oersted observed for the first time, when you pass a current through a wire, the needle deflects. The needle deflects. Then what he did is, he reverses the current. Then what he did is, he reverses the flow of current. He reverses the flow of current. Then again what happened? Definitely this needle will deflect. Why this needle deflect? Because a current carrying wire produces magnetic field, but the deflection is in some opposite direction. So that proves that magnetic field which is produced by a current carrying wire depend upon the direction of current. So what is the first thing it depend on? It depend upon the direction of current. If you change the direction, the deflection also changes, means the direction of magnetic field also get changed. Let me show you in your experiment. See, if you see here, the arrow shows here in the right side, right, in the first figure A, but in the figure B, if you see, the direction of current has changed from, then the magnetic field direction also changes. This simple experiment proves that a current carrying wire produces magnetic field. A current carrying wire produces magnetic field. Okay. Now second question arises to us is, how does a magnetic field look like, or how does a magnetic field is there around a current carrying wire? For example, we really don't know how does a magnetic field, does it like a spiral shape, right, or does it like spike, or in a circular form? We don't know. So for that we are doing one experiment. What we did is, we take a cardboard, we pin a hole on it, and then after that we are passing a wire from it, and this wire is connected to a battery. So definitely current passes like this. Okay, and what we do is, we switch it off and we sprinkle some iron fillings here. I already tell you what is iron fillings, right? We sprinkle some iron fillings here. Now when you sprinkle and switch it on, nothing would happen. Does it prove there is no magnetic field? No, right? Again I say, when you switch it on, it produces magnetic field, but the thing is, we cannot see any change in the pattern of that thing. So what we have to do, we tap it a little. You know what does a tapping is? When you tap it, right, when you tap it, it momentarily changes its position, and when it rests, they are there in some particular pattern. Let me show you like this. Can you see in figure B or figure A? They arrange themselves in the circular forms. Correct? So this proves that magnetic field is there around a current carrying wire, and that is also in some concentric circles. Now you know what is concentric circles. It's look like this. Okay, it is there in form of concentric circles like this. Okay, so a current carrying wire produces a magnetic field, and the magnetic field is in the form of concentric circles around that particular point. Okay, so with this experiment we understand that a current carrying wire produces magnetic field in a concentric circles. Now the first thing I told you, this magnetic field depends upon what? It depends upon the direction. If the direction of the current changes, the direction of the magnetic field also changes. Will it depend on other thing? Yes, it depend upon another thing also. The second thing which it depend on is current. As what you see the highlighted portion here, the current is increases, the deflection also increases. Current increases, deflection also increases. This indicates that the magnitude of magnetic field produced at a given point increases as you increase the current. Okay, and thus if you see the second highlighted, magnetic field produced by a given current in a conductor decreases as the distance increases. For example, this is the wire and here is the magnetic field produced by it. But if you see the distance between the magnet, this will increases, gap will increase. So if you put something here nearby, if you put something nearby and if you put something here, who will experience more magnetic field, A or B? Definitely A, right? Again, so third thing, it depend on what? Magnetic field decreases as the distance increases. Okay, so if you see here, if the current is increased, the deflection also increases. This indicates that the magnitude of the magnetic field produced at a given point increases as the current through the wire increases. And the second thing is, the magnetic field produced by a given current in a conductor decreases as the distance increases. So what we have learned? What we learned is, finally we know that there is a relation between current and the magnetic field. The current carrying wire can produce a magnetic field, and that magnetic field is in the form of concentric circles. Second thing, it depends on three things. First, it depends upon the direction of the current. If the current direction changes, the magnetic field direction also changes. Second, as the current increases, magnetic field also increases. And third, as you move away from the wire, right, if the distance increases, then the magnetic field will decrease. Okay, so this is what we learned today. Please have a look, right? It's a very interesting topic. The next what we are going to learn tomorrow is the right hand thumb rule. Still we have to know one thing more. We learned that it is a concentric circle, but whether the magnetic field is in the clockwise direction or anti-clockwise. Now who will give you that answer? That is right hand thumb rule. Okay, so hope you understand what I have explained you. Please do give a look at it and ask me any queries if you have. Thank you.